How's it going, guys? Cody, guys, back again, dropping yet another video. Right, guys, this time it's BBC News. This is from the 17th of September. I've only just got round to it, guys. Like I say, 4 days ago, this. Prison staff hurt in HMP Bedford disturbance. Now, they didn't want to call it a riot, right? Because if the Ministry of Justice called it a riot, it would have been, the media would have been all over it. It would have been massive national news outside the prison. What happens then? You get copycat riots, guys, with other prisoners. I'm speaking to prisoners up and down the system. They're all planning disorder, and they need to get their heads together, and they're planning disorder, guys. Now, like I say, I hope it doesn't come to that. We've got to remember, guys, when I'm doing these vlogs and everything, they're out there for everybody to see. I've got to be very careful in the words that I use. Because, like I say, I could get done for inciting, like violence and obviously disorder and everything. But yeah, so prison staff hurt in HMP Bedford disturbance. Like I said, they didn't want to call it a riot because the media would have swarmed to the jail, been in local, national news, copycat riots in prisons up and down this country. It needs to happen, guys. We need a riot similar to Strangeways riot for overhauls to come to the prison. I think it's going to go that way. Like I said, I hope it doesn't. But it says here, at least 4 prison staff were treated in hospital after a disturbance at HMP Bedford at the weekend, the Ministry of Justice has said. The Prison Officers Association said riot squads, with the support of dog sections and local staff, regained control after violence broke out. The MOJ confirmed its staff successfully resolved an incident at the prison on Saturday and Sunday, so 2 days of disorder. However, it rejected the claim that riot squads were deployed. Now, the Nationals, yeah, the tornado squads, the Nationals, yeah, I believe, from what I heard, they was on standby. But the fact is, guys, it was a riot. The Prison Officers Association, who are scumbags, they stick up for prison officers. We stick up for prisoners. They said it was riot squads. Do you know what I mean? Riot squads. Kitted up, riot squads went in, but the Nationals or the tornado squads didn't. The department said there was no threat to the wider public. It said 4 prisoners were involved in disorder on Saturday night and 7 further took part on Sunday morning, but at no point did prison staff lose control of the wing. It confirmed that 4 officers were injured, while the POA spokesman said that 5 suffered serious but not life-threatening injuries. A spokesman for the Ministry of Justice said police were not deployed into the prison and they didn't call in extra prison staff at the weekend. Those on duty were able to deal with a bit of violence. What the Ministry of Justice say, guys, and what the actual truth is, 2 very different fucking set of circumstances, let me tell you. Prisons Minister Rory Stewart said, "We do not tolerate violence against our staff." Well, that's funny because we're seeing record numbers year on year. And you said, if you haven't sorted out Britain's worst 10 prisons in the next 12 months, you're going to fall on your sword. All prisons are failing. All prisons. Yeah, that's why this week we doubled sentences for those who assault them, and we will seek to prosecute all those found to be involved in this incident. Inmates taking control. HMP Bedford is a Category B facility which holds more than 500 males. Last week, the Chief Inspector of Prisons triggered an urgent notification process at HMP Bedford after inspectors warned that inmates had effectively taken control of the facility. In May, the publicly run prison was placed in special measures by the government because of safety concerns. The POA said, the weekend disturbance demonstrated that local governance had failed to protect its members. Again, not interested in prisoners, guys. All about their own. They're trying to get Parva spray. Parva spray's been pelleted in 4 prisons. They want it nationally. They want rigid bar handcuffs. The national chair of the POA wants us in orange jumpsuits, in shackles, and he wants tactical use of taser. Tell me what you want to think. Tell me what you think about that story, guys. Tell me what you think about violence. Will prisoners take it, or will prisoners fight back? I know the answer. What do you know? A lot of former prisoners and stuff hit me up on here and stuff and speak to me on the phone and WhatsApp. Prison officers, you know what I'm saying? Crazy, man. In a joint statement, the national chairman, this is of the POA, Mark Fairhurst, and General Secretary Steve Gillian said the POA are appalled that members' concerns and rights to work in a violence-free workplace have once again been ignored. It's a prison. What do you expect? Look at the conditions, right? Do you know what, right? I try, there's some good officers in jails, yeah, and I try to stick up for them. But there's a lot of fucking arseholes, right? And Mark Furdurst from the POA, he's one of them, right? Like I said, he hates prisoners. He's an old-fashioned screw that he wants to brutalise us. He wants to brutalise guys. It's as simple as that. And they're only asked about themselves. They lobbied for the smoking ban. The smoking ban has seen as a contributor to the violence, record levels of violence we've seen in our prisons. They asked for it. They antagonise sleeping prisoners like a sleeping dog. Bam, bam, wake up. And then when we bite and we kick off, because obviously they're trying to take our liberty away. We're taking our liberty away. Then they want to take our smoking away. Absolutely unbelievable, guys. Right? And then they use that increase in violence that they lobbied for, by the way, to get to X, Y, and Z. They want to arm themselves. Violence will be met by violence. It's as simple as that. He said, they went on to say they fully expected Mr. Stewart to insist that prisons and probation directors listened to the POA and immediately act to address our members' concerns. The minister said nationally, same old broken record, we have recruited 3,500 extra officers have been recruited, and an extra 40 million was being spent on safety, security, and the fabric of the prison estate, guys, right? 40 million. How many do you think is going to be invested into prisoners? Into prisoners. Turning prisons into places of reform and rehabilitation. Nothing. It's all about security, bars, drug detection, drugs, dogs. I think they're spending about 3 million on repairs to the prisons. Could spend that in one prison, guys. You know what I mean? It's 2018, guys, and we've got prisoners sharing cells with rats, fucking mice, cockroaches. A cockroach is the most indestructible thing on earth, right? Can survive a nuclear blast. I've seen them dead in prison, guys. What does that say? Fucking unbelievable, man. And for the 3,500 officers they've got that are 19, 20, 21, 22-year-old kids, that's it, wet behind the ears, putting them on wings with highly manipulative, highly experienced, hardened criminals, right? They're just masters of manipulation. So for the 3,500 they've gained, they've lost over 7,000 experienced officers. Unbelievable. We need to reduce violence in our prisons. No shit, Sherlock. I am confident we will achieve the aim through taking this divisive action and working constructively with all parties moving forward, he said. All parties, that should include, that to me would include prisoners. But they don't speak to prisoners, guys. If you're talking about rehabilitating someone and trying to reform that individual, crazy little idea of mine, speak to them. Address their concerns. What do they want from the sentence? What do they want to get out of their time in prison? Right? Not everyone in prison wants to be laid behind a door watching Jeremy Kyle all day. Not everyone wants to be doing pad workouts every day. They want to get out of the cells with productive regimes. They want to get skills training and education. There is no consistency in the prisons, guys. What one prisoner gets, another one isn't. What happening on one wing isn't happening on the other wing, like educational-wise, productive-wise. Prisons need to be places of productivity, skills training and education, reform, reintegration and resettlement. But people don't listen to people like me, so I'm just carry on smashing my head off a fucking brick wall because they don't listen to us, do they? Sorry, guys, it just winds me up no end, right, about the state of prisons. Like I say, I'm not an expert in anything, guys. I'm an expert in my own life, right? What do you guys think as former prisoners, prisoners' girlfriend, prisoners' families, former prison officers? Let me know what you think, guys. Like, comment, subscribe. Cody out.